this kind of bill, which is going to have such a dramatic impact on people all across the country, I mean, literally millions of everyday Americans are going to be hurt, and it's all being done to reward billionaires. Unacceptable, right? Unconscionable, un-American. That it needed to be debated in the light of day, not passed in the middle of the night, which was the original intention. This debate started at 3:28 a.m. And so, this is such an unprecedented assault on health care, on the economy, on nutritional assistance, on higher education, on everything.
Yeah.
That we just wanted to be able to do everything that we could to fully air the challenges with the bill, but also see if we can persuade just a handful of Republicans to do the right thing by the American people.
Well, you persuaded two, and one person, as I understand it, was absent from the vote, which could have changed it. But you're calling this the one big ugly bill. And not only is it projected by the Congressional Budget Office to add $3.4 trillion to our national debt, it extends tax cuts for the rich, as you mentioned. It also includes, though, big cuts to health care programs such as Medicaid, cuts to SNAP benefits for the poor. My understanding is in New York, about 1 million people will be affected by this. Can you talk about the implications for health care and how it affects people who don't even use these programs?
Well, first of all, like in America, health care shouldn't simply be a privilege. It should be a right to every single American. And presidents throughout the years, whether that's, Roosevelt or Truman, President Johnson, President Clinton, President Obama, President Biden, have all worked to expand access to health care. Yeah. But what's so extraordinary about this bill is that more than 17 million people will lose health care as a result of the, cuts to Medicaid, the attack on Medicare, the attack on the Affordable Care Act, the Children's Health Insurance Program, and Planned Parenthood.
And by the way, MAGA kept saying that it was illegal aliens that were going to be kicked out. Explain to folks that there's not 17 million illegal aliens that are receiving free Medicaid.
Actually, federal law, to your point, Anna, explicitly prohibits federal dollars from being used to provide health care to undocumented immigrants. Yeah. And so that was always a lie. But we're dealing with some folks where facts don't matter, hypocrisy is not a constraint to their behavior, and people actually have concluded that shamelessness is a superpower. And so our view is we just have to aggressively push back with righteous intensity, continue to press on, as I indicated, as John Lewis would always inspire us to do, speak up, show up, stand up, so we can get the type of America that this country deserves.
But don't you then also, I think that's right, but shouldn't you and other Democrats be screaming from the mountaintops and tether the Republicans to this bill, because there's going to be true human loss here, right? People are going to really feel it.
Yeah, real pain and suffering. I mean, the attack on health care is not just going to result on millions of people losing access, but hospitals will close, nursing homes will shut down, community-based health clinics won't be able to provide assistance.
Rural hospitals?
Rural hospitals in particular are at great risk. And in fact, people who have private insurance, once you attack the healthcare ecosystem, premiums, copays, and deductibles for tens of millions of others are going to go up. And so it's a big problem. It's an immoral thing that just took place on the floor of the House of Representatives. An immoral thing.
Looking at the women in the view, they brought in the House Democratic Leader Hakeem Jeffries. According to Hakeem Jeffries criticized the passing of President Donald Trump's massive tax and spending bill. According to him, he called it the unconscionable and un-American. Literally of millions every day, Americans are going to be hurt, and it's all being done to reward the millionaires. He really criticized, according to him, the tax is going to Medicare is going to be affected. Many people are going to lose their insurance. Even for the old people, which means many nursing homes are going to be closed. Even it's going to affect even some hospitals. According to him, also, if the the government insurance is being affected, which means even the private sector will be affected. According to him, every president that have come into power, they have always tried for the medical health to be better, or the president. But coming to President Trump, this bill that he's passing, according to him, is going to affect the immigrants, which is not correct. You know that if you read the law very well, the federal law does not even give medical benefit for people who are not citizens. It doesn't give it to undocumented people here. So, which means that according to him, some people are very unknowledgeable and they don't even want to listen. So President Trump is doing this thinking it's affecting the undocumented immigrants. That's a lie. Undocumented immigrants, they won't even give them food stamp. They are not qualified for those all those assistance which they are trying to cut down. So it's going to affect the American citizens. They are going to suffer. So according to him, that bill is not a good one. He criticized the passing of the bill. According to him, there should be a way to stop that, which is not very good to him. And the way to stop it is just to try, because the Supreme Court don't even have power, according to him, to do that. So, but the people can enforce it and cry out, because it's really a jaw-dropping moment, which is shock everyone. So it's a very I'll describe it as a jaw-dropping moment, which shocks everyone, even those that support the President Trump, those that vote for him. They don't believe that this is what he's doing, because it's affecting everybody. It is affecting everybody. So what do you really think? Do you really think that, according to Jeffrey, the leader of the House, Democratic leader, all this, according to him, he described as a massive tax and spending bill, unconscionable? So do you accept with that fact? Because it's really unconscionable, because most people are not conscious that they are thinking that they are happy that the undocumented migrants are going to suffer. That's not the truth again, because it's going to affect everyone. So Anna was asking him that how does he feel? He should try to talk to those people who are the minority, especially somebody like him, who is not was not born here, and which means that her citizenship can be stripped at any time if she commit a certain crime. One more of President Donald Trump was accused of fraud. Many people have been accused of fraud. So what is going to be done about them? So to them, basically, they don't even accept that. So what do you really have to say about this? Can I see your own opinion about this jaw-dropping moment that shocked everyone? Does it shock you as it shocks everyone? Let me see your own opinion on the comment section. Thank you very much for watching. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe and help share the video. And thank you very much. God bless you.